Alright, in this lecture I'll explain to you number data types. And basically what we have is we have integers, we have floats, and we have complex numbers. So let me open Atom now. And I'll also open a command line. Now I have two choices to explain you things. I can write code in the script and then execute the script and get the results in the command line here. But that's not the quickest way. As I told you before, if you want to be quick, if you are learning things and if you are testing things out, you should use the Python interactive shell. That's what I'm going to do now. I'll trigger a Python shell here. Just delete this. And so here we can just write code. Enter and you get the output. So integers. Integer is any number without a decimal point. So it can be 10, it's an integer, 11 is an integer, minus 9 is an integer, and so on. And of course you can store them in variables, just like this. You may ask, how do we know for sure that these numbers are integers? Well, a way to check the data type of any value in Python is by using the type function. So you write type, and then inside the brackets, you'd pass a value, let's say 6. And it says that it's an int object, which stands for integer. So something you should know is if you press the upper arrow, you call a previously executed statement in the Python console. That's what I did now. So let's say v, and it's an integer. So you can check the type of the value explicitly, as I did here, or you can pass a variable inside the type function. The other data type now. Floats. Floats are basically numbers with a decimal point. So 6.1 is a float number. Or you can have a lot of digits. And 6.0 is also a float number. So if you want to check. Yeah, it's a float. The other data type is complex numbers. That is something like, 56J. And if you check the type, 56J, it's a complex number. If you deal with complex numbers in your specific job or profession that you have, you know what 56J means. And you'll know where these kinds of number will come in handy. But if you never heard of complex numbers, it's possible that you're not dealing with abstract science or these things. So you can forget about complex numbers. It's just there for anyone who needs them. So these are the three data types, the three number data types. Something I would like you to also know is that you can convert between different data types. For example, if you want to convert the integer 8 to a float number, you would use the float function. And you get 8.0. Or the other way around, let's say 8.4, and you get 8. If you try 8.6, for instance, you'll again get 8. So it's not a round function, but it's a function that just removes a decimal point and leaves the integer number. If you want to round 8.6 to 9 as you would expect, you'd use the round function. And you get 9. And that's enough to get you started with integers, decimals, and complex numbers. In the next lecture I'll talk about math operations. And see you there.